Hi, hello, and welcome back to F1 Challenge Career Mode. My name is Mephisto, and today we're heading off to Japan for round 17 of the 2004 Formula 1 season. Let's get started.
Located approximately 70 kilometers southwest of Nagoya, the exciting Suzuka circuit combines two medium-speed straights with a technical arrangement including a hairpin, as well as fast-sweeping and 90-degree turns. Owned by Honda, Suzuka has a somewhat unique figure-of-eight layout, causing the track to cross over itself.
First off, we have qualifying, where I was super slow with a lap time of 150.4. And it wasn't until the start of the race when I realized that the game loaded with the default car setup instead of the one provided by Ralph Humerick. Not entirely sure why this happened.
Hello there. Welcome to Japan. The weather, as so often is the case here, is just wonderful. Michael Schumacher first. Jarno Trulli second. Button consistently outpaced his championship rival, the Sauber driver. Raikkonen fourth. Takuma Sato fifth. Montoya sixth. Webber seventh. Rubens Barrichello eighth. Massa was consistently faster than his teammate. He starts ninth. Nick Heidfeld 10th. Alonso 11th. Gianmarco Bruni 12th. David Coulthard 13th. Zobangada 14th. Schumacher 15th. Panis 16th. Cristiano Damata 17th. Chrisley Dorkine 18th. The Sauber driver 19th. Giorgio Pantano 20th.
And here we are on the grid starting from 19th thanks to Pantano exceeding the lap limit in quali. This is gonna be a long and difficult race. We've lost the championship, but we still need to fight for that second place. And the race is on as Pantano immediately overtakes me. Rushing down towards turn 1, I have a look at Clean, however I decide against it. We will have plenty more opportunities to overtake him, as we now come into the very difficult S section. You don't have to shift gears through here, you just have to manage your throttle, but if you mess up just one corner, you will mess up all subsequent ones as well. That's the nature of these S's. As we now have a look at the replay of the start, my Sauber hidden behind that Fuji TV sign. No wheel spin this time around. However, I was also a lot slower off the grid than normal. I really need to try and find that sweet spot between wheel spin and traction. It's going to be very important in the next series, but for the time being, let's focus on our current season and more importantly, on our current race. I'm starting to fall a bit behind, but I can see some smoke coming from one of the cars up ahead, and it looks like we have a massive accident in the hairpin. There's one of the Minardis missing a wheel. There's one of the Williams. That was quite something. We also move up 3 places thanks to that. So we're now in 17th and still chasing after Pantano as we come into the spoon. Anyway, here is a replay. We're following Ralf Schumacher who crashes into the Minardi of Baumgartner, then Coulthard's McLaren and finally Alonso's Renault. That was quite a spectacular accident if I do say so myself. Here it is again, on board with Ralf Schumacher this time. Baumgartner brakes a bit too early, Schumacher crashes into the back of the Minardi and loses his front left wheel, and unfortunately for him, by that point he became a passenger. There wasn't much that Schumacher could have done after losing his wheel to prevent crashing into the other cars. Anyway, we're now coming around to finish lap 1 of the 2004 Japanese Grand Prix, a very hectic first lap I should say, but with 4 retirements right off the bat we move up into 16th. And it's finally time to start getting serious. Coming into the hairpin once more, and there is another crash, and I can see one of the Ferraris in the middle of the track. It looked like Michael Schumacher. Indeed it was. So that's both Schumacher brothers out of the Japanese Grand Prix, and we gain a few more positions thanks to that. We are now in P11. Here is a replay of the accident. Michael Schumacher comes into the hairpin ignoring the yellow flags and crashes into Baumgartner's Minardi. Jenson Button and Takuma Sato make it through, so do Raikkonen and Barrichello, whilst Heidfeld and Montoya get stuck. Now there comes Webber and Bruni, and teammate Massa. We can also see Klian there, and Amata crashes into the back of Webber's Jaguar. And there's me in the second Sauber, which vanishes for some reason. Anyway, I think we had enough fun here, so let's get on with the race. And we're now coming around to finish lap 2 of the race, and I think there are some cars in the pits. Apparently not. Ah well, let's keep pushing. On lap 3 I catch up to Bruni, and I try to overtake him through 130R, however it didn't quite work out for me, and we now come into the redesigned chicane at the end of the lap. I think this one's much better as it's more open than the old chicane. Anyway, we're just about to start lap 4. Better yet, we are just about to pass Bruni. There we go. Nice clean overtake. Massa should be next. On lap 6, people started to pit, and it sounds like Barrichello is in trouble. So let's see what kind of trouble. And here is Rubens Barrichello in his Ferrari. He tries to come into the pits, hits the pit wall, and flies off the map. So that's both Ferraris now out of the Japanese Grand Prix. And that means that we're about to take 9th. So we're slowly inching our way towards the points. Hopefully we'll have a few by the end of this race. At the end of lap 9 I had to come in for fuel and tires, and amazingly enough, we are in 5th at the moment, but that is about to change obviously, as cars rush by. And we're off the jacks and ready to rejoin the race. That was a 10-second stop, not the best in the world, but hey, at least we rejoin just below the points. So let's see what we can do from here. This is lap 14 and there are a few cars in the pits, so we regain 5th, which is absolutely wonderful. Now let's try to stay in 5th. We've just started the final lap and Trulli is having a look on the outside and he goes through. And just look at the speed that Renault has. I was lucky to be able to hold him off for as long as I did. And now coming out of the chicane for one last time, unfortunately I was unable to hold on to 5th, but we still finished 6th, so we at least get to score some points this race. And Jenson Button wins the Japanese Grand Prix, which means he takes 2nd place in the championship. That's bad news for us. There's one race left, and we somehow have to finish 2nd in the championship, and I don't know how we'll do it. This couldn't have come at a worse time. We absolutely have to win the Brazilian Grand Prix. I don't think there's any other way to reclaim 2nd. But for the time being, let's have a look at the standings.
That was an unforgettable Japanese Grand Prix. Here are the final results. Button first. Raikkonen second. Juan Pablo Montoya third. Takuma Sato fourth. Yano Trulli fifth. The Sauber driver sixth. With the results confirmed, it's high time we updated the Drivers' Championship. Schumacher first.
Michael Schumacher is leading the Drivers' Championship with 111 points. Button takes 2nd with 78 points. We drop down to 3rd with 72 points. Barrichello is 4th with 67 points. Trulli 5th with 64 points. In 6th we have Juan Pablo Montoya with 50 points. Raikkonen's 7th with 49 points. Fernando Alonso holds 8th with 46 points. Sato 9th with 41 points. David Coulthard is in 10th with 19 points. Ralf Schumacher 11th with 18 points. In 12th we have Mark Webber with 12 points. Panis is 13th with 6 points. Teammate Massa is 14th with 5 points. Heidfeld scores his first points of the season and is 15th with 2 points. And in 16th we have Klian and Amata with 1 point each.
Ferrari still lead the Constructors' Championship, but with a reduced points advantage. BAR are second, whilst 3rd place is held by Renault.
Ferrari lead the Constructors' Championship with 178 points. BAR are second with 119 points. Renault hold 3rd with 110 points. Our team is 4th with 77 points. Williams and McLaren share 5th with 68 points. Jaguar are 6th with 13 points, Toyota 7th with 6 points, and Jordan scored their first 2 points to claim 8th, leaving Minardi as the only team not to score any points this season. We finally managed to score a few more points. That's good, but we are in big trouble since we lost 2nd place in the championship. I really hope that we can bounce back in the next and final race of the season and of this series. I had pretty decent results in Brazil in the past, so I see no reason why we couldn't do well on this occasion as well. Anyway, until next time, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, stay sharp.